Hey, what's up, everybody? So we are going to take a look today at an article on CoinWeek.com, and this is by Louis Golino, and it says the U.S. Mint had a roundtable on the 2021 Morgan and Peace silver dollars. And what I need is for everybody in the comment section below to give me your opinion on this, if this is something you are going to be in favor of or not. And I'm definitely going to give you my opinion, my take on this very topic. But we are going to take a look at this article and tell you exactly what they are talking about. It says by Louis Golino, special to Coin Week. In recognition of the high level of interest among collectors in the forthcoming 2021 Morgan and Peace Silver Dollar Program, the United States Mint Director David Ryder and key members of his staff held a roundtable discussion with members of the numismatic media on May 4th to discuss this topic and provide an update on recent Mint activities and sales trends. By the way, before we go on any further, I do want to point out that this article was brought to my attention yesterday in one of my videos from, I believe it was David Ortega. And then later on after that, Son of a Silver Stacker also did a video on this. So go check out Son of a Silver Stacker's video, but now we will continue. During the hour-long session, Ryder and his team discussed the most important parameters of the program and field questions from the media participants from the publication and several others, as well as Rob Oberta, a coin dealer and member of the American Numismatic Association ANA Board of Governors. Those questions came from and were intended to address the concerns of readers. All right, and here comes the very interesting part, and this is what I want everybody's opinion on, this part right here. The most significant news that arose was that the Mint is strongly considering using the enabling legislation's lack of sunset provision for the new silver dollar program and making it an ongoing annual series of Morgan and Peace dollars if the demand appears to exist for doing that. So let us know in the comment section below. If they do that, are you going to be excited? Are you not going to be excited? I'm going to tell you my opinion in just a moment. The program would be aimed at a new generation of collectors as well as at veteran collectors who love the original silver dollars. Enabling legislation. Jennifer Warren, Director of Legislative and Intergovernmental Affairs, first provided an overview of how the program came into existence, tracing its journey that began in 2019 as a commemorative coin program championed by the Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee, CCAC, members Thomas Urim and Michael Morgan, acting in their private capacity, failed to garner sufficient congressional support to the recently acted Public Law 116-286 that had strong bipartisan support. That legislation was also spearheaded by Tom and Mike all the way through the process. The second effort began in the House in March 2020 when the 1921 Silver Dollar Anniversary Coin Act was introduced by Representative Garland Andy Barr from Kentucky, with other key support, signed into law on January 5th by then President Donald Trump. The timeline for the new coin program starts this year and can continue in out years. Due to the tight time frame and all the other programs at the Mint, the coins will ship in late October. That's another thing that a lot of people don't like. This one right here, they're for sale in late May and early June and not shipping until October. Other staff members discuss how the Mint worked with Tom and Mike and members of Congress to draft the legislation language. Rep. Emma Day, who is a coin collector, played a key role in this area. Director Ryder then explained that using pre-orders was necessary to help manufacturing facilities to coordinate production plans, and that given all that happened since last year because of the pandemic, United States Mint had a very challenging year as it tried to meet the high demand for bullion products, and because of so many new programs all hitting at once, there was also the necessity of strict adherence to COVID protocols, which required spending a lot of money to keep the mint open. There were 138 cases of the disease, including 2 deaths among the staff. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was not aware of that. That could explain the mint shutdowns, a couple of shutdowns last year. That could also explain the mint unable to produce as much as they have been doing. That could also explain a lot of things. That's very unfortunate. I'm just going to leave it at that. Ryder also mentioned that recent discussions to reduce the household limit for silver dollars from 25 to 10, which was a direct result of customer feedback, including many letters and messages sent to him. Joseph Mina, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, the Mint's chief engraver, clearly anticipated questions on the relief of the new coins, especially the peace dollar, explaining that the coins are not technically high relief like the originals because the profile of the artwork is higher than the borders of the actual coin, which would make them not stackable. Better than the originals. This should be interesting. Regarding the design of the coins, Mina said they were developed using key legacy assets at the Mint, including the original 1921 Morgan and Peace dollar planters, galvanos, and tooling made with the old reduction machines, and that the result is one that best represented the original artist's intent. He added that by combining those assets with modern digital technology, you get better results than the originals, because factors like extra lines added by the old technology are removed. Now, that will be interesting to see once people start getting them in hand, start really looking at them, comparing them, the new one to the old ones. It'll be interesting to see if people actually think that the new ones are better than the old. Fellow roundtable participants and Coin Week editor Charles Morgan asked if there were any plans to strike circulation quality coins, and added that the new coins would give collectors the chance to buy perfect MS-70 worthy silver dollars for the first time. Mina, who is a comic book fan and graphic artist too, said it would be like reproducing the famous Action Comic #1 that introduced the Superman character, but without using old yellowed paper. He said that the Mint staff of engravers and designers is the best in the world. As for the planned use of product rather than mintage limits, Ryder explained it was necessary to limit this year's maximum to 175,000 for each Morgans and 200,000 for the peace dollar because of the unprecedented demand for silver, which has resulted in the need to allocate American Silver Eagle production and has put the Mint between a rock and a hard place. He added that if the demand was there, the Mint would have great incentive to make more coins next year. Interesting. As for the possibility of proof versions, which collectors would love, this is another option that could be a possibility in 2022. The same is the case for sets of all 6 coins, which are not possible this year due to the lack of silver planchets. A lot of people are going to get all anxious about that, the lack of silver planchets, especially with the immediate rollout of the Type 2 Reverse American Silver Eagle, sets would also be very welcomed by collectors, especially given the expected quick sellout of each product. All right, so we're going to end there. We're going to end there and we're going to talk about this. So I think there was a lot of information there, including David Ryder, I believe said there will not be any more Morgan Silver dollars. It sounds like he's saying there will not be any more Morgan or Peace silver dollars in 2021, which in that case, I don't understand why there's not a mintage limit of 175 of each rather than just a product limit, and that there will not be any sets and there will not be any proofs. There will not be any more because they do not have these silver planchets readily available, and they need many of the planchets to produce the American Silver Eagles. So very, very interesting. As far as annual, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of putting more of these out in 2022. Just do 2021, do another anniversary, maybe 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road. I would not want this to be watered down. But this is very interesting. A lot here. This is a loaded article. Thanks to coinweek.com and the author of this. I'm going to put a copy of this. I'm going to put a link to this in the description down below so you can go ahead and read all of this for yourself. Coinweek.com. Awesome. This was very loaded. And so those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Smash that thumbs up button, like, comment, subscribe. Interesting. Thanks everybody for watching, listening, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.